in what ways can you work with a defendant who doesn't quite know how to provide that level of detail that you're looking for about his background, about what led him into the offense, about really accepting responsibility? In what ways can you work with a defendant who is really just not in a frame of mind? His life's spinning out of control. He's afraid of losing his family, his business, his reputation. What can you do with that type of defendant?
Well, most often, Michael, I send them to you. And I have had extraordinary experience with my clients who have come to you, and you spend hours with these people. And you just seem to have this way of not only writing the narrative beautifully, but getting the person to dig down deep and to accept what's happening to them because you've been there. And this is a perspective that is extraordinarily rare, and it's something I certainly can't provide my clients. And you have this magic touch, I may say, an ability to get people to really express everything that's important. And every letter that I've written every letter that I've read that you've assisted my clients in writing has been tremendous. We've had tremendous results. We've had that reaction from probation where they have been appreciative of the work and also visibly moved. I have seen just recently, last week, a probation officer had tears in her eyes because she was familiar with my client's background, everything he was going through, the steps that he was taking to show his remorse. And I have known this particular probation officer for almost 20 years, and I've never seen her move to tears. So that was quite extraordinary.
You know, to be truthful, whenever that happens, it's really the defendant's words that are coming out. It's just a matter of questioning and getting and asking questions so that the defendant is really revealing that remorse and how he or she is identifying with the victims and starting to see. Just really the idea, I think, in that narrative is for the defendant to be able to help those who are reading about him see that person as a human being and a common humanity. And although not explain away what happened or excuse what happened, but really just talk about how did I get here. And I do think that you provide your clients with a great service when you help them recognize this is perhaps the biggest sale they are making in their life, where they're having to show a judge and others stakeholders why they're different, why they are something more than simply the criminal charge. But my next question, Diane, has to do with how the PSR influences other stages of the process. Could you tell our audience how whether the Presentence Investigation Report can have some type of influence on an earlier release even after sentencing?
Yeah, so there is a program in the Bureau of Prisons called ARDAP, which is a 500-hour drug treatment program, and it applies to people who have alcohol or drug issues. If their substance abuse is accurately reflected in the probation report, then the judge at sentencing can recommend to the Bureau of Prisons that the defendant participate in the 500-hour drug treatment program. As a result of their participation in this program, they can get as much as a year off of their sentence. Aside from that, which is an extraordinary benefit, I have heard that it is an excellent, excellent program, and people who have done the program have great success in staying clean and sober. So it's a great program, but it also, a year off of your sentence is extraordinary.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your wisdom on the federal sentencing guidelines, in particular the Presentence Investigation Report. We've been listening and learning from Diane Bass, a premier Orange County criminal defense attorney that has a real specialty practice in preparing individuals for sentencing. And you gave us some really extraordinary statistics, Diane. How many of the people who are charged in federal court will eventually have a sentencing hearing?
About 90%.
About 90%, and that's why it makes sense to contact Diane Bass if you are facing a sentencing hearing anywhere in the country in federal court. Her contact information is above, and I hope that you will have the best possible experience if you're facing charges in the federal criminal justice system. That's it for today with Earning Freedom. We'll be back soon with another inspiring message or message that you can use as you prepare to navigate the challenges of the criminal justice system. Thank you.
Thank you.